Tom Schwartz, Tom Sandoval, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, and you let us down once again. Just like Lisa Vanderpump, I got feelings, and we're about to break it down. Get ready.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Is this a fist bump like that?
Like a Vegas pool party. Now you gotta do the booty pop. Everybody! Hey! Go Zack! Go Zack!
We are, hi guys, I am Zack Peters. We are minus the tea, but don't worry, we've got lots of tea tonight. And here to help me serve it up, I have my lovely co-hosts, Miss Serio and Stacey Olivas.
Hi guys!
Hi guys, we love you.
Oh my God, we have so much to cover because there was a lot in this episode. Tom went to Vegas and they let us down. They let down LVP, and you don't let down LVP. And then there was that whole rumor about Britney being pregnant, and if you were shocked by it, I'm shocked that you were shocked because I was not shocked. We also got the Lala, Stacey, like not trifecta because there are only two of them, but like a collab that is coming our way later this season that I am feeling. And then later on, we're gonna break down some tea and some Lisa Vanderpump love bombs. But first, ladies, opening thoughts. Stacey, what did you think of this week?
The whole pregnancy story was just like boring. I think, like, come on. Jax, how does he not have a kid by now?
Like, how did Jax
slept
fall
with so
for
many
that?
people,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't fall for
I
it.
loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
You loved that
I just loved that all the girls were like, ha 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 ha, when they showed him the pregnancy.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. It's like, you got no one.
I mean, at some point, like, guys can't. Well, I guess you can still produce babies after a while, but he's like approaching that age.
Yeah.
Is he still fertile?
Probably.
Probably.
Not. I'm just gonna really need this show to amp it up,
Yeah.
like it used to, because a lot of the little scenes were just like felt really flat.
Very college life.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
I feel like they delivered so much at the beginning that they
Yeah.
really set the bar so high that now it's like, I mean, I don't care to see Tom going and shopping for plates with Lisa Vanderpump in Vegas. Like, I want to see them getting trashed up at the club.
I know.
Like, I wanted more of that. And
Yeah,
like their
more of the
first
club.
night out, what did you say? It was like, that's how you party in Vegas in your 30s.
It's a little chill. You're like exhausted by
Yes.
midnight and you like,
Yeah.
can't wake up the next morning. If you're in your early 20s, you're like, I'm just going to pull this all night through and I'm just going to go to my meeting. How is
I feel like
Yeah.
what might have been a little bit more entertaining was if instead of like Lisa trying to like coach them and show them like where she gets her things from, if maybe they were like, why don't like Tom and Tom design the whole place on their own and then show Lisa and
That's a big
I just
risk.
feel like that would have been more entertaining though.
It would have been way more entertaining, but I don't think LVP is ready to give up her
I-
empire
yeah.
that
He's like,
easy.
no,
She's
no.
like, no.
I know.
I just wanted to see her like
but-
tell them off or something. Tell them
She was
something.
getting
She was
there.
just like,
She was getting a little
getting-
irritated.
I wanted her to like give a little bite, a little LVP bite.
Yeah.
I was feeling
Spice.
it. Okay, well, while we're talking about Vegas, why don't we just dive into it? Tom's birthday. Lisa flies out Tom and Tom to Vegas. I mean, I think I was a little underwhelmed by the whole Vegas experience. Like normally Tom and Tom, like we see butts, we see bare butts, which we didn't get. I didn't get any nudes this this week. Normally I like a little Tom Schwartz butt.
Yeah.
It was very lackluster.
yeah. They're like Beryl.
Maybe
Tom's
they're like
married now.
trying to mature, but by them like
I
maturing.
would watch my words, Sarah Serio.
Serio. I like that. Come on,
Maybe
Serio.
I don't know. I don't
Serio.
know. Maybe they're. I don't. Elizabeth.
I just think they're just getting kind of boring a little bit.
That's what I'm
A
saying.
little bit. Like, come
Is
on.
it because they're like getting older and
That's
so
what
they're
I
like,
was-
I need
yes.
to tame it down?
That's like I think they're trying to act their age, but by them doing it, they just become boring
Yeah.
and not
Like they're watching-
exciting. They don't know like how to still be fun, but I don't. It's hard to like, kind of explain.
I get what you're saying, but watching their like Instagram stories and all that, they're having a blast, and I
They can
love
go
watching
hard.
those. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
come on, guys, you're on a party bus, you're having fun. I'm watching those, and then I want to see that on the show. I want
Yeah.
you guys to not like watch what you're doing so much, you know?
I think
so
they're
careful
kind of
about it.
censoring themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they're getting older or because they are more cognizant of what is going to come out on the show?
I think they're more cognizant.
Or both?
I'm going to say both because when you said the cognizant of like what's going to come out, yes. But I also feel like, you know, Katie and Tom, they are like married, not saying that really has to change you, but I think they're trying to mature.
Like no fights like in Vegas with them anymore. No Tequila Katie.
So...
Nothing's
We
coming
also
out.
normally see them go wild without the girls, and this time they brought their girlfriends. Do you think that?
I mean, I think Ariana and Katie and I think they're all fun. I don't think there were really any complaints by anyone, and no one was acting like weird or shady. Or I thought they were enjoying themselves with their girlfriends. So
There was no drama.
maybe it's just
Where was
like-
the drama?
Yeah, there was no drama. And
There
what,
was- yeah.
what the duck was up with those jokes Tom
Oh
Schwartz
my
was trying to
gosh.
deliver about the duck? Like, see, now, like, we're at that, like, you know,
awkward father age.
yeah, awkward stepdad, like, I'm gonna try to be funny now phase,
Dad
where I'm
bod.
like,
Just
I don't,
kidding.
I'm not into, yeah, their bods aren't even as hot as they used to be.
Oh, bless. I don't know. I feel like
Bless their soul.
bless
Bless
us.
your soul.
It's just a little. It's just falling short.
It was. It wasn't the van, like normally, like in previous seasons when they would go to Vegas, it was like a 3-episode arc. And there
Yeah.
was just like drama, and there was Stassi yelling at people. Like Stassi didn't even go to Vegas.
Oh, she
I
should have
needed
been there.
Stassi in
Yes.
Vegas. I needed Jax to be a little more wild. But like at one point, he's even like telling the Toms, like, okay, calm down, like stop your drinking. And I'm like, when did Jax become the sensible one in this group?
He wants to be a part of the
He
Tom
wants to
Tom.
be-
He wants to kind of wiggle his way in.
Why did they even invite Jax?
I know. There was no purpose. for him.
Again, a waste of the Bravo budget. Like, we need to
I agree.
reprioritize
They
our
should have got
finances this
James. It
season.
would have been a little bit more fun.
Yeah, James would
would
have
have wilded
delivered.
out. He would have gone wild and out.
I mean, he delivered and he wasn't even in Vegas.
True.
Yeah, he delivered because they
I
were
think-
all in. He was doing his photo
Yeah.
shoot for not Turn Up Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Turn
to
Up
go to
Tuesday.
that.
Tuesday.
Turn Up Tuesday, guys.
we guys, that looks fun.
Hashtag.
We should go. I just.
I don't know if I can stomach his music.
I don't know if I could.
I wanna
either. Stacey.
I would want to try to have a conversation with Raquel.
I would too.
I'd be
but
like,
do
so what do you
think-
really think of James?
Yeah. Do you think she thinks she's like this reality star now and like won't give you the time of day if you just tried to talk to her?
No, I don't
think
know. I'm gonna take it easy on Raquel this week because they didn't like on the comments last week. They came for me for coming for Raquel, so I'll give you a pass this week, or I'll come for you back again next week.
Next week.
I'll give you a break. Well,
Yeah.
we see her. I mean, she's talking a little more. They're bringing her a little more on camera,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with, because at least we're seeing some dimension to her. I haven't been impressed. I'm gonna give it one more episode before, I go back to full shade. I just want to give her the opportunity to win me over.
Yeah.
I don't have faith, but I'm gonna give her the chance.
I think even seeing her interaction with Lala, she doesn't even say anything to her.
No.
Like, Lala's straight
'cause
up
he's literally flirting with Lala, and she sat there.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
oh, I
like
can't
if that
handle
was
this.
me, I would literally have just walked out of the room. It's just like I feel like one time, okay. 2 times you talk to your person and you figure it out. 3rd times you see them trying and then like you realize the boundaries and what needs to happen.
Yeah.
But this, it's like no one's showing any initiative. Maybe no one wants anything to change. Lala, I think, is a little too invested into her man.
Yeah, and
Oh, man.
Raquel was even offended that James took his shirt off. I was like, that's your man. Like, you're supposed to be, like, cheering him on, like,
Yeah. Actually,
Snapchatting him,
like,
taking
yeah.
his shirt off, like, my man at his photo shoot. I mean, not that I would ever do anything that embarrassing, but I'm just saying, like, have some pride in your boy.
I know.
He's
Yeah.
got lots of pride. He's got a big rainbow flag in his closet.
Ooh,
Yeah, and
that's ready
apparently
to come
he'll
out.
show support if he was, in a
Logan will help him.
relationship. So
Okay, now let's move on to the worst bombshell ever on Vanderpump Rules, Britney's faux pregnancy.
yeah,
I mean, the second she even like brought it up, I was like, okay, now we're just, we're stretching for storylines. We know she's not pregnant. And why, like, I wouldn't even want to be like proud of like, I would be, she was like laughing about it.
I
And I was
think
like, if I were almost or accidentally pregnant by Jax, like I would be mortified.
I'd be throwing up because of like anxiety of like, oh my God, please don't let this be.
Too.
Well, she's like, I think he would actually be a good dad.
See, that's
because he's a big kid at heart.
I think she's like deep down inside was excited. She wants
No.
Zack.
No. I mean, he's a big kid at heart, but a big kid shouldn't be babysitting another baby.
But Britney wanted him probably to be pregnant, maybe.
I'm sure she did.
Come on.
I don't know.
Sure
She got a little
she did.
excited.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, this might
I don't
happen.
know. I want you guys to weigh in on the comments and be like, did you fall for that? Did you actually believe she might be pregnant? Because I mean, I don't think any of us fell for that in studio.
I didn't fall for it because to me, if you like really think you're feeling off or like you're throwing up, she still continued to drink.
Yeah.
So it's not like she was really
not-
preventing anything, you know.
It's not like she was that cautious.
I didn't
No.
feel good in Big Bear, yet they still drink. I didn't
Yeah.
feel good in Vegas, yet they still drink.
What did you guys think of his pull-out comment? Because that was a little,
Unnecessary.
like, so vulgar and like so like.
So circa 18 years old.
And
like,
that's
or
who you want to be the
21.
man of your baby. Like
It's
I
like,
stand.
No.
TMI.
I stand right.
TMI.
And also, it's just like there's just certain things you don't say. I get it, you're a reality star. I get it, you're being filmed, and you want to like that's your brand, or that's like
That's
what
your
you-
brand.
That's your brand.
Unprotected
you know,
sex on
like-
reality TV. That's
like,
my brand.
You're being funny or something. You're not funny,
No.
and it's just like you just keep certain things to yourself, and in especially at the age that you are, it's just like stop.
Yes.
I think it's gross.
You're in love with
It's
that
totally gross.
person. Like keep that intimacy intimate, okay?
Yeah.
I don't care. And you gave me a visual that I really
Yeah,
didn't
I
want
think
to
that's what it
have.
was. It was the visual of it. It wasn't
Yeah.
really because it was Jack saying
Yeah.
it too. You know, someone could have said it like a joke and it would be like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm like, this is the worst time to
Jax.
have that type of rumor, like right after he just slept with some other girl and went through this whole cheating scandal. And now he's trying to redeem himself. And now you're like, oh my God, now I might be pregnant. Like fake the oopsie whoopsie pregnancy when you guys are like in you know newlywed
Yeah.
stage, when you guys are like happy and then you're
Yeah.
like, you know, we're happy so we trust each other and that's why we didn't use protection. Not like when he should not be getting it on the regs because he just cheated on you.
He just
So
cheated
I'm
on
saying,
you.
like, she's not making him, like, work for it like she
No.
said she would be doing either.
She's like, you cheated on me? Come put a bun in this oven.
And it's also, like, she's not on birth control. And
No
I feel
protection.
like if it was me and Jax, well, that would not be a thing after I said that.
No.
That wouldn't even happen. But
I'd be
also,
scared.
I'd be on everything possible. Celibate.
Clarence K
Be
says,
celibate.
Clarence K in the chat says, and he said he would be 10% sad about it because he was 40 and getting old.
Yes. I
Wait,
remember
sad
that.
about-
He said he would be 10 to 15% disappointed
And having a
that
kid?
she wasn't pregnant. He's saying, like, I'd be lying if I wasn't saying that I'd be 10% to 15% disappointed.
You know, I
He's
feel like,
getting to be 40 and he said he needed a new chapter in his life.
yeah,
I loved it.
you're pushing 40. You should have other priorities, like the fact that you're still a bartender and it's the
fact that
same
you're
job you've
still-
had for 20 years.
And you're still cheating. That's
And
like
you're
the
still
huge
cheating
thing.
on your
I
girlfriend.
mean, work wherever, but you're cheating. You're playing the field, like you're acting like you're a little player, and
Yeah.
that's like
See, like, this is the hard thing. This is like where we go back to episode 3 and 4, you know, where we all lost respect for Britney and we're like, please prove it to us, girl. And it's like, there's no redemption for her. I'm still disappointed in her.
I am too. Because
And I saw your blonde hair, girl, and look, I'm not proud to be part of the same team anymore.
Zach, she looks pretty. Don't
She
bash
looks pretty,
her.
but she's plain into the dumb blonde. I got some wit under these locks.
Ooh, yeah, it's
Ooh,
true.
own it.
We were talking about this. I feel like she's doing a lot of things like for herself if she were to have broken up with someone, Jax, and like live that single life. But the thing is like she's still with the guy and she's like making all these changes. So it's just a little bit confusing.
You mean she's preparing to leave him?
No,
the season?
I don't know. I feel like she's trying to maybe act like she's working on herself and like is like knows what he did and is trying to be like
I don't see her
"Hey."
act like she's working on herself at all. Like, give me one scene from this season
No,
where
no,
she's like
I'm not talking about. Okay, to be honest, I'm not talking about what we're seeing on.
Give me a tweet. Give
I'm
me an
talking
Instagram
about
post.
Instagram.
on like Instagram and Snapchat. She'll just go to Vegas with her girlfriends and she'll be out.
Okay.
And she doesn't seem like he's not there. She seems like she's just having fun with her girls and like nothing else is bought. Like I'm noticing that.
Maybe she's less invested as she was before. Like,
and maybe
Jack's
she
not
is trying to
life.
put like a distance because I don't know.
Gotta take care of
Hopefully,
herself.
maybe she's realizing like, hey.
This might not work out.
I feel like if she doesn't, I feel like Stassi or someone said that, like, he's never broken up with someone. He lets them do it.
Yeah.
Because what does he have to lose?
Exactly.
So unless Britney does it, that's their life.
It's
and
kind
it
of a
seems
sign.
pretty sad.
I lost faith in her in the first few episodes, and again, I was hoping for the redemption, and she has yet to deliver.
Hopefully she
Tell me I'm wrong, Stacey.
You're right.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I throw my hands up in the air.
Yeah,
she
she
is just
hasn't.
not going to leave him. And he's not going to leave her.
No, he's got it made.
Yeah.
She would be happy to be barefoot and pregnant having his baby and let him go and shake up the
Pregnant.
and shake up the that's what he wants. He's the type of guy that's like, I just want you home doing nothing while I shake up my pumptinis and you have my babies.
And I cheat on you.
And I cheat on you, yeah.
And you let me have my 21
There were no consequences for him at all this season.
I really don't think it helped that her mom and family has forgiven him.
Yeah,
I feel
they
like
didn't
if that
hold him
went
accountable at all.
Yeah.
I think she needs to meet someone else in order to get out of that relationship.
I mean, that's what I said too, but I feel like
She's comfortable.
she easily could,
Yeah.
and she just doesn't care.
Yeah. I think she's content. I don't want to say she's happy. I don't think she's happy. I think she's content. It's comfortable. It's a TV relationship, and she's fine playing her role.
Yeah. Which is just sad.
Okay, now moving on to strong women on this show. Stacey and Lala.
Oh, yes.
I love stuff.
Lala is back in the music game. She's
Yes.
dropping down some new beats with Mr. Kennedy, but he's not on these tracks, which I'm really happy about. She's like, I was kind of hoping for like her women's march anthem.
Yeah.
Because she's been
Wouldn't
so
that be
lady
good?
power. What do you think? Is she going to blow out this party?
I hope so. Like I said, I listen to her songs when I'm driving sometimes. But I'm excited to see the party. I'm excited that she went to Stassi and Stassi's willing to help her. And Sheana, that comment you said, just stop being bitter and jealous of other people, okay?
Yeah,
Because-
Sheena's little shade about Stassi planning the party, and she's like, she doesn't plan parties, she assistant plans parties.
How else do you start off? Yeah, she probably did assist some, but yeah, Lisa LVP had some like confidence in her and let her plan a party, and she did it well.
She did Guillermo's party.
Yeah.
She did Lisa's party. What was it for? The launch of one of her rosé or something.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was a product launch for Lisa. So she's done 2 of them now. And when she did Lisa's launch party, like she was given the black Amex and she was like told to go and buy everything. And I think she's, I made a little fun at the beginning saying that I wasn't into this whole little Pinterest vibe, but I have to say I love Stassi and she's delivered so far.
And I think Stassi this season is the one girl that's like girl power working on herself.
Yeah.
Like not in a relationship kind of.
Well, she's in a
Now she
relationship.
is. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
No,
but-
she was dating Patrick at the time.
Oh,
But I don't think it was
that
like,
wasn't real.
you know,
That
I
was
think
like a distant lover.
I think she maybe was like, oh, a little bit Sheena-esque, where she was like, yeah, we're happy, but really wasn't.
Yeah.
So I think her relationship now is like perfect and really cute.
Yeah, they're
and
adorable.
Good for her. Yeah. But I also think everyone out there, we see your comments when you talk about Stassi. You don't have to like her, but I just think she's an easy target, and she can take it. And you can dish it out all you want to her, but I think she's fine. And to be honest, I think she gets the thing she gets, meaning Lala goes to her, Lisa goes to her for events too, is because she's humble in the sense of she doesn't like really ask and push for things like I
Right.
feel like the rest of them do.
Yeah.
They come to her because she knows that
Tom.
she likes to do these things, and they're like, you know what? She's been around for a while. She's loyal. She's nice. Why not? And she always delivers, and you know if her name's on it.
And I think Stassi's
come
like
on.
the least fake.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, totally.
Like you get
Yeah.
what you see. Like
true.
she'll say it how
And she
and I
owns it.
love that about certain people. Like
And she
that's,
owns it.
I rather have that than someone that's like, "Hi, I'm so nice." And then
You know
it's
what
like,
I like is that she left the show She left Sir, and she came back and is still relevant on the show, has a storyline on the show, has a real job on this show. Whereas I love me some Kristen Doty. I love Kristen, and I wish there was more of her on this season. But she got fired from Sir, and since then we haven't really seen her build herself up on the show. She tried to do her comedy thing for a minute, but like after that, this whole season we really haven't seen much come from her. And if Raquel can get airtime, and if Faith can get an episode, like if Logan, if all these side characters can get their airtime, then Kristen must not be delivering the way that I would like to see her deliver.
What's going on?
With Kristen? Hold on, let me text her.
She's like in a healthy relationship, so there's no drama or no.
No, I think she's in a healthy relationship. I think she's friends with like Katie and Stassi all again. Like they're all back together, and she worked on herself a lot. And I think she's maybe just like happy and okay with where she is.
She went to Reiki.
Yeah.
Clarence says, I love Stassi and Lala and Katie and Ariana. Those two teams would be so lit to watch. I agree. Like if the girls came together.
Vegas.
You know who's not on her list? Sheana.
Well, let's be real. That was my Britney impersonation.
Let's be
real.
real.
Be real. Yeah. Stacey or
Sheana.
Kristen.
I can't do a Britney accent. It's a little too Kentucky for me.
Yeah, it's really thick. I noticed that this episode. It
Kentucky
was really thick.
Do you think James Kennedy's going to tear up her party? She's worried. She doesn't want him drinking.
I think something is going to happen.
I think
We're
there's
reaching
something.
the finale.
But I don't think he'll drink.
I think he'll drink. And I think also from their friendship now that it's like, kind of over. Hearing in the news and stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
like something must have happened. So
I didn't put the two
but
and two together.
hold on, just to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
But they were friends up until recently. Because when I did Kevin Undergaro's show, Lala was there and she was defending him and she loved James. And that was only a few weeks ago. And this party happened last year.
Maybe something recently really just happened.
Well, she said watching the show back, that's what made her change her mind about James, is she saw all these vulgar things that he said, not only to her face, but in his confessional interviews. So I don't know if he did something enough to, look, I'll be honest, her man is not all that. I wouldn't tap that. But if that's your friend, you don't dog her boyfriend on TV. Yeah.
He has a secret crush, weird
You
kind
could
of
just
crush
be jealous
on
too.
her.
You guys stop being jealous of everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, it's okay.
Look, and let me just clarify that all my shade and hate is not out of jealousy. There's nothing Scheana Shay has that I.
Oh yeah.
That I want. I don't want Rob.
I'm not talking about.
I don't want Rob.
I'm talking about the people on the show. Because they just drag it on for too long where I feel like you could just say it once and then let it go.
One and done.
Yeah, but they don't let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Just pull out like Jax.
Oh my God, so gross.
75%
is in my head now.
He's too old to be not use to be let's face it, Britney's mid-20s. You have oopsie whoopsies and then you end up on 16 and pregnant. You don't have oopsie whoopsies when your boyfriend's 40 and you're 27.
No, if it were to happen, it's you're having a kid. You're in this relationship, you're gonna have this kid and figure it out like adults. There's no you're pregnant.
But if he's not using protection with her, how is she confident that he's going to be using it with other people?
He's probably one of those people
didn't Faith say they didn't use protection?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she was I might be pregnant. Why does everybody want to have Jax's baby?
Because they just want some time to shine.
No, not with Jax. Jax is going to be Kevin Federline in 10 years.
K-Fed, whatever happened?
I saw him at
don't
Ralph's.
defend him.
I
Do
saw
not
him at
defend
Ralph's one time.
Oh my God.
Literally. It was great.
K-Fed.
Okay, Fed. You had a moment. I feel like that's where Jax is at. That's where we'll see him.
Ralph's?
At Ralph's.
Oh,
Buying a bottle of Skinny Girl. Because he's living up his Bravo days.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, you remember me? I was on Bravo. I gotta support my girl Bethany. And Bethany's like, who are you? Predictions, guys, predictions.
Predictions?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
that prediction was like 10 years ahead. But we saw. So before we get to our fun segments, what predictions do you guys have based off of the previews we saw for next week?
Well, I'm going to say I think you guys persuaded me otherwise from what I said. And I do think something is going to go down with James at Lala's music event. I do think that. I'm sorry, what else did they say was going to happen?
Okay, so Ariana went to get her. She had something. She was feeling herself. She was having. Yeah.
That was kind of boring.
She wasn't
feeling it, so she's gonna get it rejuvenated. Oh. I feel like you're gonna want to feel it less because Brandi Glanville said like it hurts.
Oh, I don't know.
What do they do? Bleach it or what?
No, they like use a laser. No, they use a laser to like tighten everything. How do I know about this more than you guys?
No, I know. They tighten it. So it hurts because they probably... Okay, anywho, I remember now. I'm kind of excited to see Billy finally go on this date with Ariana's brother.
Yes.
We saw him last time.
I'm excited for that. And I am also wondering what Tom Sandoval has to do with Stassi, why they got so angry at each other, because I'm pretty sure it's not over that one comment Stassi said. No. Seemed a little bit more. Well, so I just want to know what that's about.
She said he's creepy, right?
Ariana's brother.
Yeah. So what's... I mean, like... Maybe he's hit on her or something before. And she's like, he's kind of
Stassi?
Yeah, who knows?
I think it's just a comment that people say. You know, people just say comments.
I don't think it was that bad. Tom went like...
Which is why I think
crazy.
It was something bigger and different. I don't think it was maybe that comment.
I also feel like Tom loves to come for Stassi. Like, he's always trying to call her out on stuff. And I'm just like, dude, have some accountability for your own self and your own, like, immaturity. And, like, let Stassi be Stassi. You're not going to, like, Tom Sandoval is not going to put Stassi in her place. We've seen it time and time again. It ain't going to happen, homie.
No.
But I am excited to see Billy and Jeremy. I feel like that might bring like some tension with Ariana. I don't know how she's going to respond to that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Billy hinted that there was some drama to come.
Yes.
When she was in here, and she said that she did start to date somebody on the cast. I mean, to be fair, Jeremy's not really on the cast. Like, he's more of a Faith side character.
But I do think he's kind of making his way because I Instagram stalked him. And he does like, his little bio says like on Pump Rules or something like that. And he does a lot of hashtags.
I like when they do that. They're like, I was on one scene in season 2 and I'm on hashtag Pump Rules. Follow me.
I think it's like occasionally on or something funny. And I'm like,
tune into Vanderpump Rules Monday nights at 10, 9 Central. You'll watch me in one scene 2 seasons ago.
Pass by really quick. And
I don't even talk. I just pass by like.
I don't even have lower levels.
Aww.
So, yeah. That's what I'm excited about.
I'm excited to see James Kennedy do something crazy at this party.
Yeah, I feel like
he's going to do something.
He's going to do something.
He's the most entertaining one this season.
He really is. He's delivered this season. I have to give it to him.
I'm Team James.
You're Team James?
I'm Team James.
I don't know if I can be Team James.
He's entertaining.
He's entertaining. He's definitely a lot of fun to watch.
He has good comments.
He's a hot mess.
How James and Kristen dated one time because they're both really good commenters. Like, they have good one-liners. So I can only imagine. That was probably just fun in itself.
I can't see them together. I can't see him, like, seriously with anybody.
But they were together.
Not even Logan?
I know. Maybe with Logan. I stand corrected. I can see him with Logan.
I can see him with Kristen. Logan. I can see him with Kristen because I feel like James needs to be bossed or like told. Like, he likes drama. So I feel like she gave him the drama.
Yeah, she was a boss lady.
Yeah. That's why I think he's so into Lala because she's just like, she tells him off.
Yeah. He likes to be put in his place. Whereas Raquel's very, to the side.
Passive.
Very passive. I really hope they bring Logan back later on in the season. Like, I just want something like that. They set it up so much that it just fell flat. And I'm like, no. Like, I want more of that storyline.
Or what about...
No, I'm just saying his dad is supposed to be showing up. So what if...
Logan's dad or James' dad?
No, James' dad. Remember, in the preview.
Yes.
So what if
yes.
Logan shows up at one of the See You Next Tuesdays or whatever this is?
That's what you need to do, Logan. I'm telling you, take notes. If you want to end up on TV, you have to pull a Faith. You have to show up at the party. Like, I don't care how you get in. Like, you make your way in and you cause a scene and you do it right at the finale. And that gets you reunion time and potentially next season
Or
airtime.
get those alleged fights where like James punched you or whatever on air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fair.
That would have been.
It's a tough business.
It is a tough, reality TV is a tough business.
Tough biz.
Shall we move into tea time?
Yes.
Tea time. Lots of news.
Oh my gosh, we all have.
I can't reach.
Wow,
Okay.
I love it.
So, last week,
Yes.
Jennifer Lawrence was on Watch What Happens Live, and she came for Miss Lala Kent. And you don't come for Lala Kent.
No.
You want to give us the deets, Sarah?
I
was looking at Stacey, but
It was funny. First of all, I just love Jennifer Lawrence for being such a successful actress, and her love for Bravo. It just makes me so happy. So I really did enjoy it. But what she had to say was just that she doesn't understand how Lala can go from last season being like, oh my gosh, no one likes me, like crying to her mom and like not showing up to things and blaming
being
it
hard.
on other people. And then all of a sudden she has this whole switch, and she's just like, oh babe, like I love you so much. I'm here for you. What do you need? We're girls. She just doesn't understand but I can
The polar
understand
opposite.
it
Yeah.
if it has to deal with her relationship, which it shouldn't be because of a guy. That happened.
I think I disagree with you.
Because of the guy?
Yeah, I think last season she came off really bad. And
Okay.
she didn't like the way she was perceived. And she came off a little bitchy or a lot bitchy. And I think Jennifer Lawrence was right in calling her out. But I think the polar opposite and the flip switch that we see this season is because she was cognizant of how she came off on camera. And now she's like, I really need to be friends with these girls or else they're going to come for me. Because she said they were mean girls and they shunned her from the group and they were very, not welcoming at all.
Yeah.
And she's like, if I want to stay on this show and if I want to be relevant on this show and have a real storyline, I need to befriend these girls and get in with them or else they're going to keep coming for me. And nobody wants to go through a whole season of being dragged.
I can agree with that.
I think also because of her man. I think she's more confident from him. Maybe he's giving her tips on how to come off and appear in the show. I think that she definitely has more confidence, especially because now they're like in a committed relationship. It's no longer like my secret married man.
Now it's out there. It's open.
Or
My
separated
whole
man.
thing that I just find interesting with Scheana, per se, is that she can be so, like, team, like, Lala is my best friend, like, I love her, she's great, I'll support her. But with Stassi, she has this, like, jealousy thing with, but it's like Scheana once pursued singing at one point, now Lala is. Stassi has this podcast, and now Sheena's trying to go down that route. I just don't get where...
Well, that's the next item on Tea Time.
Yeah.
Sheena Shea has a
thing
new
is-
podcast. What's it called?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Sheena.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans.
Why not change your last name back or go back or take the last name off? Just put herself-
Because Sheena Marie probably sounded stupid. She's like, I'm going to be Sheena Shea now.
Yeah.
Well, I also think
think
you
it's-
can't change your name too many times.
Yeah,
Really?
and I think she started to become kind of who she is.
Yeah.
With that as her last name. Just like, Kim Kardashian's still Kim Kardashian.
Do you think her podcast is going to flop? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to be like Stassi's.
No, I think...
Stassi's is good.
No, because Stassi comes for, and Stassi's been called out for her podcast so many times, and she's so real with it and out there and open, whereas Sheena isn't, and she's filtered, and she's like, I'm very aware of what I say, and she won't, she doesn't have that same kind of conviction, and she's very insecure, and we see that on Vanderpump Rules. So I think, think about it. Stassi's been called out so many times and dragged in the media, and it hasn't broken her once. It's probably broken her internally, but she still does the show and shows up and delivers every week, whereas I think Sheena, if she were to go through something like that, it would send her into a spin, and she'll either cancel her podcast or completely change who she is on the show to not have to go through that again.
Because she wants everyone to love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does filter
Stas.
herself, and I feel like Stassi, she gets fun people on her show because she's friends with
Yeah.
a lot of people on all the other Bravo shows and everything. And she asks the most random questions, but the answers are just so entertaining, and that's what I enjoy about Stassi's podcast the most, is how she engages with her guests.
Yeah.
It's just her personality,
Yeah,
too.
it's a real
just
fun
real,
conversation.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
say whatever the hell I want to say, and this is who I am. I'm not going to put up a fake front. Sheena,
Totally.
I don't know what she would talk about. Boys?
Sheena, it's
Rod.
just like, Yeah.
She'd be like, guys, this week on Vanderpump Rules, Rob said he didn't love me, but what he really meant was, I love her, just not at this moment. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was being, a little bitchy.
She'd be like, I knew what he was saying, and like he didn't say that at all. Like we texted about it with like the laughing, crying emoji, and I realized, like, come on.
Oh my
I
God.
know him.
You have to play Scheana every week. Oh my God. Speaking of Scheana, last thing in tea time is she may have a new man.
Yeah, that's what it said. I mean, I
Oh.
read an article, and I mean, I saw the picture on her Instagram, and it's of Robbie, so another Rob.
And he looks like him, kind of.
Maybe
He's-
she's still in love with. This is like Rob 2.0 for her.
Yes, he's from The Bachelor and The Bachelor in Paradise.
Winner.
But they said it's just casual, and they've known each other for a little bit. What else did they say? In Us Weekly, they said, we're just very good friends. I feel like when someone adds the very,
That means you're boning.
yeah. When you're just like, we're just friends. When you say it casually, like, we're just friends. I just feel like she was like, we're just very good friends.
Like she wants to leave it open to interpretation.
So, I mean, I honestly thought he was just a guest on her new podcast.
Yeah.
But someone said they have been getting closer. He's been in Vegas and she's come to LA.
This is nice. I mean, at least actually, I don't know. I think she needs some single time. I think she needs to make out with a few more cast members from Summer House or from some of the
Wait.
other Bravo celebrities.
Oh, okay. Who did she make out with?
Carl Radke. Carl from Summer House.
Oh, okay. That was on your podcast, right?
He was on my podcast. I have a podcast called #NoFilter with Zack Peters on iTunes.
Plug
Quick
it.
plug. But no, I interviewed Carl and he talked about the whole hookup with Scheana because she was really mad at him because they didn't actually hook up. He was saying that they hooked. He said they hooked up, but she was like, no, we didn't hook up. And what happened was they made out.
Yes.
They made out twice, like in the same night. And
So is that a hookup?
Yes,
It's not a
because
hookup.
Carl did explain it, though. It's true. On the East Coast, hooking up does not mean having sex. But on the West Coast, hooking up
Oh.
means having sex, because I understood it, because I'm from the East Coast.
Okay.
is that a thing?
Yes, Bible, promise you all, because I was like, that's not hooking up.
So they're a little bit more reserved in
No, they're not more reserved than the East Coast.
On the East Coast.
I guess they just have different terminology.
Yeah. But, I mean, so yes, hooking
Okay.
up, they didn't have sex. They just made out.
Well, she needs to hook up with a few more of the other cast members. She needs to be single and
Single, have
spread her
fun,
wings and have
date
some
a
fun. She does
ton of
not need to
people.
date another Rob. This just goes more into the theory that she's obsessed with Rob.
Honestly, she does need to be single. And please just be honest and also listen to your friends. Like, Scheana, watch this season back and just listen to your friends.
She's so pretty.
Listen to
she
yourself,
can,
girl.
She's so pretty. She can like date tons of dudes. Like, why are you
I
like?
know, but don't make her
like,
head even
so you
bigger.
don't invest in just one.
Stacey.
Yeah.
What?
I said, don't make her head even
Guys,
bigger.
I don't want to attack her.
Let's not
I mean,
inflate
not
the
attacking
ego.
her. She
Why?
is.
Because you're afraid they're going to come for you in the comments? They come for me.
No,
and I have no fear.
Just saying, she got over a divorce, so she's probably just like rebounding and wanting to get with someone
Yes.
really
So
fast.
the
but
best
it's
way
like,
to get over one man is to get under 10 more.
But what I'm just saying, I'm not saying she's not pretty. She is, but I don't want, like, she probably told that all the time. What I'm saying is for her to just listen to her
She looks
friends.
in the mirror and she goes, Scheana, you're pretty.
I know,
I am.
probably. Just
Mirror,
like be
mirror.
real with yourself.
Mirror
That's
on
all
the
I'm
wall.
asking. That's all I'm asking. Sheana Shea, Sheana Marie.
Sheena Shea, Sheena Marie, Sheena
just work it in
Valendetta.
Vegas, have fun.
What's
and
Rob's last name? Valletta.
Valentetta.
Valentetta.
I don't know how you pronounce it. That may be how you pronounce
I mean,
it.
maybe. That's going to be her new name.
The new guy's last name is Hayes.
Hayes. Sheena Hayes. Sheena Shea Hayes. See, there's a little too
Sheena-
much resemblance in all these. Like, we just need a
Yeah.
clean slate,
The
girl.
H
Clean
is
slate.
out.
Let's set you up on Raya. Okay, let's close out the show with so Lisa Vanderpump we saw last week did Stassi's podcast. So real quickly, Lisa Vanderpump dropped some love bombs. So let's break down Lisa's love bombs from Stassi's podcast.
Love her theory.
It was a good season.
It's so good. Great. I think that needs to just be on Vanderpump Rules, that whole podcast.
The whole
Like,
podcast.
Yes, the whole
'Cause
interview.
It was so good.
Like,
I loved her comment about how she's been constipated for 35
Oh
years
my God, I
because
know.
Ken will never see her go to the bathroom. That was the best. But
That was hilarious.
I think my biggest love bomb that I took away from it was her saying that, like, you know, Monday through Saturday, she is a little bougie and she does get dressed up and she wants to make sure her man remembers what he fell in love with. And she's not, you know, on Sunday she'll throw on her Balenciaga sweats and, you know, and her Gucci slippers. But, you know, she'll chill it down on a Sunday. But for the most part, she wants to doll it up for her man because she wants him to remember this is what you fell in love with.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that.
I agree.
I think it's great. I loved how she was telling Stassi, like, going and dating, it's like, well, what are you bringing to the table to whoever you're going to go date? And as women, you're taught, like, oh, you have to make them like you, or why are they going to, like, want to marry you? But she came at it, Lisa's like,
it's true, though.
What is this guy bringing? Like, why should I marry you? That's how girls should go to the table and when you're dating. And I just, I loved it.
I 100% agreed with her when girls always ask, like, well, what did you do? Or, like, how did you get him? It's like, no, how did he get me? Like, why can't that be how it is?
Two people. You have to come to the table together and earn each other.
And I also loved when she said that Ken is 16 years older than her, but he's never brought her down. Yeah. Even though she was younger, he's always just been by her side. She was so cute. That's what I'm talking about. I was telling Zach this earlier. I'm pro relationships. Just be positive about it. Like, there's nothing bad about it at all. And when she said that Ken makes her complete, and just those, like, simple, like, things, I just, like, I loved it.
I mean, look at Lisa Vanderpump is still married and Scheana Shay is divorced. So I'm going to listen to Lisa Vanderpump.
Yes, and she's growing. Her empire is growing. He's supportive. Like, she's doing it all. So
they're definitely power couple. Hashtag goals.
Yes.
Lots of feels, lots of love. But thank you guys for watching the Vanderpump Rules After Show. Don't forget to subscribe to the AfterBuzz Reality TV YouTube channel. Follow us on iTunes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and on iTunes. Leave us good reviews and good comments. Tell them you love Teague and Zach and Sarah and Stacey because we're the best ones on this AfterBuzz TV reality TV channel breaking down Vanderpump Rules. I'm Zack Peter. You can follow me at Just Plain Zack. Thank you guys for watching.
Follow him and do exactly what he said. That was brilliant.
Yes.
I hope you guys had a great Monday. I'm Sarah Serio, and you can follow me at Serio.
Yes, and you guys can follow me all over social media at Stacey Olivas. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
And we really do.
Yeah.
Even if it's negative comments, I'm sorry, but we
No,
don't care.
we love it all. I respond to the negative comments.
I know you
respond. Call me out and I will defend myself. We love to engage with you guys. Thank you so much for commenting. Tweet us all.
Yes.
Instagram us all. And again, don't forget to follow and subscribe AfterBuzz Reality TV on YouTube and on iTunes. Okay, bye.
Thumbs up.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye. See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.